Y'all ready? Okay, y'all ready? We're gonna go into it. Rapping this song right here. Like I said, it's a soul show. Support this great favorite finish, favorite in Chicago.
Love it.
Y'all, man, but I'm rocking after this, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Taking it back to the Gospel Age 6740 with Minister Bland. It's Brother Paul, y'all. Hey, go get your blessing.
Hallelujah. Don't play with me, Paul.
Hey, I'm still saying all day, every day.
Yeah.
I think I need to do just one more because we got three amazing daughters in the building, four amazing daughters in the building. So this song by Monique Thomas called Daughter Shine. Y'all man, I play it for y'all? This is going to be your intro song here.
Okay. I love it.
Monique Thomas, Daughter Shine.
Daughter shine.
Daughters shine.
We all shine.
Get your shine on. It's the Soul Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into my life, I've gotta tell you so you know.
I love it.
Plus I'm trying to work out the technical difficulties.
Hit me, I will never forget how you helped me grow. How you helped me grow. You built me up and helped me through in times I thought I couldn't go. When I couldn't go.
Billie sure comes with good music.
And grace encouraged me to never lose hope. Your spring, twisted soul.
Okay, they've got it. I believe it. I believe it.
Things are working for
He
you.
tough on the outside, but on the inside,
Like I said, I can ignore a child real quick.
She wasn't theory.
They know that.
Same woman that I have always known.
okay.
You spray your time.
I don't know, man, but I'm feeling this. Y'all feeling this?
I'm feeling it.
I'm seriously feeling this joint right here. I know we're supposed to say that because, you know, we say, I feel this joint.
We can say that. It's
I'm just
okay.
saying. I'm just saying.
It's okay to feel the things.
Hey,
I'm just tapping my toe slightly over here. You know, I'm still saved.
hey. People are like, you do all these events, but yeah, okay. Still see me.
Yeah. I love it.
DJ Sosa.
I'm gonna do the best that I can do. Enjoy myself every moment. Yeah. I'm gonna put on my new dancing shoes. Give thanks to God for His love. Yeah. For His love, for the sake, and I'm changing. Said the past, it can't change it. You can't get on the faith in all you do. God will make you shine. Don't shine, it's your fault. Don't shine, you cannot change it. Say yes, embrace it. And say it's you. You can't get on the faith in all you do. God will make you shine. Don't let your light shine.
All right, y'all, that's a little feel-good music for you on this Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Like I said, we got Billie Branch in the building, Honey Reed. How y'all doing, ladies?
Doing good.
Wonderful.
Oh, come on now.
Glad to be here.
You glad to be here?
I am excited to be here, and I
Yes.
thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, you know, we family. You know how it goes, man.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank y'all for coming in. Seriously, I appreciate the time. You know, like I said, everybody, you know, they work through the week, and then the weekends are there, right? So for y'all to take our time to come and at least say hello,
Yes, sir.
whatever, you know, the reason is, at least y'all are here because y'all didn't have to be here. You know, Miss Reed could be in Maricopa,
Right.
you know, with the old
Well,
schools and stuff like that, and muscle
Right.
cars.
Well.
Billy can be out helping people and doing seminars, all stuff like that. So seriously, thank y'all for blessing the show. We got Felicia right here. Who else we got in the building with us?
My daughter, Amani.
Who tries to act like she all quiet and stuff in the background.
She's doing Mama's Facebook Live over there.
So I want to give a
That's
big
a
shout, big shout to Amani because you know what? She recently graduated and stuff like that, wasn't it?
She will be graduating
Will be
soon.
okay.
Yes.
And what is she graduating from, or what is she? You know.
She will be graduating from Avalon School of Cosmetology. She's an esthetician,
Hey.
and she also is a
Congrats.
business owner.
Yes.
Okay.
Of 2 Years for You Cosmetics. She has eyelashes and lip gloss.
Oh,
I am wearing one of her sets today.
okay.
Yes,
We can't just leave people in the corner. I mean, I'm just saying.
that's right. I begged her to be on camera. She didn't want to, so.
I mean, she ain't got to be on camera. I'm just saying that, you know, people, you know, okay, my feelings in life is we fail to recognize the true leaders in our community.
Yes.
You know, because without, you know, taking care of us, like I said, skiing, all stuff like that, you're out here in the limelight and stuff like that, but, you know, there's people that actually get you to that. I mean, to make you with that look, you know,
Yes.
and give you that confidence. So
Yes.
we all have confidence, but I'm saying it doesn't hurt, you know, dressing up a little bit, right?
Just
Yeah.
doll it up just a little bit.
Exactly, you know, and a lot of strong women, you know, sometimes hide in the background, and we got to stop that.
I agree.
Because like all the big companies, you know, like I said, you know, all the major companies out here today, all these men, whatever, it's not them who actually put it together.
Yes.
It's them talking to their wives, you know,
Yes.
the backbones, neck bones, whatever, strong women.
I agree.
To get us to those points. Like me, you know, I'm a DJ and stuff like that. I've been doing all kinds of stuff, but I mean, honestly, without my wife, you know, I would fail a lot more.
Yes.
Because, you know, she helps me get through
True
things.
queen.
Yeah, she helped me get through things, you know, and like I said, I would have done a live show like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but she's like, hey, you know, let's take a step forward. Let's take that leap of faith.
That's
Yes.
right, and God bless you both for it.
Yeah, we got the
because
social.
you guys are creating platforms, and you know, you guys are allowing people to use, you know, what they do in the community, but you're using your platform to do it.
Exactly.
And so we appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, we got to give thanks to those, you know, who actually encourage us to get there.
Yes.
Because I probably wouldn't have done it myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's fine just being a DJ, you know?
Yeah.
And just going and doing whatever.
But you are a phenomenal DJ. We've known you for many, many years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Arizona's finest.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, seriously.
Yes.
But no, I mean, like I said, I admire the strong women out here. And that's one
Yeah.
thing like this show is about community.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that, you know, we focus more on the ones actually who are keeping us in check and keeping us in the forefront. Because it is, a lot of this time is women.
I totally agree.
You know, yeah, we men do a great thing, but you know, like I said, they're the ones that are helping us through. They're not behind us.
Mhm.
They're not always in front of us.
Yeah.
They're next to us.
We wear many hats.
There you go.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Come on, sis.
So now, what do you want to talk about, sis?
I actually want to talk about Branch International and our event that we're going to be holding on October the 19th. And so what it is that we're doing, we are raising awareness about domestic violence.
Which is big in America.
It is huge. It's huge around the world.
Exactly.
And I just have a little tiny bit of a platform to be able to utilize to bring awareness to the community here in Arizona.
Okay.
And so it doesn't matter where you're from, you are welcome to come.
Okay.
And so one of the things is I'm also with, first I'm the CEO and president of Branch International.
Amen.
We are a nonprofit organization here in the city of Phoenix, and we serve the community. And for domestic violence, it doesn't just service women, but it also services men as well.
Yeah.
Because men are abused as well. There's some angry women out there.
Oh,
And so one of the things that I wanted to raise awareness for is because it's such a stigma to talk about in the community, especially people of color. We just don't talk about it.
yeah.
Or if we do talk about it, we're scrutinized amongst our peers. And so it's time to stop the violence, and that's the title of this event, Stop the Violence. We have to be able to work together. We have to be able to work together as a community, as partners, as sisters, as businesses, as
Absolutely.
organizations, to be able to bring awareness, but also to be able to help those who are in need in the community. And so one of the things that I'm a part of, also on the board of the City of Phoenix Police Department Advisory Board for Cross Disability.
Hey.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
And so another issue with that is, one of the things we tackle is mental illness. So that's something that we'll be working for in the future. But right now, we're just raising awareness about domestic violence.
So that's another thing. Well, Felicia and I were talking the other day. We're talking about all these police officers, you know, where they get off and stuff like that, or they, you know, they get so, you know, stressed out there. I'm like, I don't really feel that they actually, or you know, whatever police departments don't actually do full exams.
Right.
You know, because there's too many officer-involved shootings.
Mhm.
That's the first thing. You know, and it's a very high stress. Like I said, it's a high stressful job.
It is.
I'm not, you know, blaming all the police officers out there, you know, but it's a very high stressful job, and I think they need to, you know, do more in depth, you know, training or, you know, like I said, get more in depth to find out the person's mental state before they actually allow with a badge and a gun.
I agree, and
You know.
that's one of the things that they're actually working on. As one of the board members, we had a meeting just recently, and they are working together with the different crisis teams here in the city, but they're looking for more help.
Yeah.
And so what they're doing, what they're going to start doing is they're going to actually start sending a crisis team member along, you know, out with the patrolman to be able to understand and to know. They're also putting something into place for. Kind of an electronic system
Yeah.
to let them know that sometimes you have those who are regulars that they have to call the police on their family members, and so they're working with the family to be able to identify the mental illness that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be like a color code or something that is going to alert them that they know ahead of time that there's an issue when they arrive.
Yeah.
And so maybe sometimes the person's not on their medication, maybe sometimes the person doesn't have medication, or maybe sometimes somebody's on drugs. And
Yeah.
so they're going to be alerted to know that something is wrong prior to getting there. They'll have a crisis response team with them
Yeah.
to kind of help and aid in that.
I agree on that. That's a big thing we got to focus on. But I was saying more towards the officers themselves.
Mhm.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they need to be evaluated before being given a badge and a gun,
Mhm.
because
Absolutely.
most of the time it's just based on physicality. You
Yeah.
know, do they pass the test and jump in and all stuff like that?
Mhm.
But let's really get into their minds. You know, are these officers, or should they really be allowed to be an officer? You
I
know,
agree.
That's what bothers me the most, because we have we know that we're dealing with a lot of people out here with mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, who are we sending in?
Mm-hmm.
Are-
Exactly.
Are we sending in a mental ill person to deal with a mental ill
My
person?
God. Okay, so one of the things that you can do, you can actually bring that to the table. So
Yeah.
I can actually call you. We're putting together a forum. Branch International's putting together a forum, and maybe you can bring that to the table because I think that's very, very, very important to
Right.
know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
And
because,
to your point, 20% of our population suffer from mental illness. That's
Exactly.
a huge
Of some
base
type, you know.
of our population, and so you gotta expect that some of those are going to be officers, but where the disconnect is the treatment for the officers that experience these traumatic situations, that experience these threats of death, that develop symptoms of PTSD, they're not getting the care that they need, and most of the time it is a stigma because they're the strong police officer,
Yep.
so we don't wanna be looked at as weak or in the department, so then we don't reach out, but there's something called secondary trauma. So I'm a master level therapist.
Yes.
I work with people with all types of different mental illnesses, and then I'm completing a second master's in trauma
okay.
and crisis intervention. And so with that said, that's a good start, what you mentioned about the crisis team, Billie,
Yeah.
going out with the officers, but it has to go further. These officers need to be willing to reach out for help, go to support groups, and deal with the symptoms that they're experiencing, because it can be extreme.
Yeah, because we're kids, we're always told, man, don't cry, we can't do this, so, that kind of is a stigma in our community, just like you were saying earlier about, the abuse.
Yes.
Most women or young ladies are told, well, you're not dead, this and that,
Right.
you got a good house,
Right.
just deal with it.
Or you know what, you keep going back to them.
Yeah,
You must like
exactly.
it. And so many people don't understand, and that's kind of what we want to discuss. At the Stop the Hurt event,
Mhm.
we want to talk about what's behind the reasoning why us as people in general, not just men and not just women, but men as well. What is it inside of us that allows us to continue to allow somebody else to abuse us?
Right.
What is it inside of us that is allowing somebody to be able to come in around our children?
Right.
Yeah.
And I've seen too many stories of children being murdered at the hands of someone's boyfriend because
Right.
she had, the mother had to work.
Exactly.
And so it's things like that. It's time to really, really, really open up to each other
Right.
and say, look, I am suffering with this. I've got so many people since I've been advertising this, so many people that's been reaching out to me that don't want to, per se, put their name out there, but they're going to come.
Yeah.
And so many of them are currently going through situations now. And I said, look, you don't have to wait to the event. I have resources. And so I'm like, no, it's not about the event. It's about helping
That's
the
right.
individual.
That's
So if you reach out, I am giving you the resources that you need. We've partnered with the City of Phoenix. We've partnered with Diva Mumfrey. I really want to highlight her.
Big shout out to Diva.
Diva.
Yes.
But she is the CEO of Beyond the Hurt.
Yep.
And so what they do is they also deal with single mothers. They deal with domestic violence. They're going to be having a seminar soon about creating escape plans.
Yeah.
That is so very important. And so I wanted to definitely highlight what Diva does, what her organization does, because I truly respect what she does in the community. And even though Branch International works with single parents, we don't deal with that particular domestic violence itself.
Yeah.
But we have the resources now. We have partnered with different organizations in the community to be able to help those who's going through it. So when you reach out to Branch International, even though we're not dealing with it, I have Diva Mumfrey, I have the City of Phoenix. I had the Family Advocacy Center. We just went there the other day and had a phenomenal interview.
Yes.
And so there's just lots and lots and lots of resources out here that people just don't know about. Why? Because they feel like I'm ashamed. I deserve this. And you don't.
Right.
You deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
You deserve to be respected. And so that's one of the things that we definitely want to highlight. I want to highlight a couple of other people here as well. Also, we're going to be having empowerment, motivational speaking by Success Life Coach Lisa Geis.
Okay.
Now, Lisa Geis is a powerhouse. I mean, when it comes to self-love and self-respect, this is the woman for the job. She's my business coach as well, but she is a powerhouse speaker, and you guys are going to be in a real treat for that. I also have Miss Sheila Honey Reed here that's going to be giving her testimony about how she survived domestic violence. We also have Janine Hernandez, we have Michelle Ashby, we have Deshaun Mills, and then we also have a spiritual component to it by Apostle Timothy Craig. And that's important to me because a lot of times we as survivors, because I'm also a survivor of domestic violence, and so us as survivors, we can survive a thing, but the trauma behind it will stick with us. And to me, you know, I am a woman of the gospel, so everything to me is a spirit. And so if we're walking around with this hurt, this unforgiveness, this pain, this trauma inside of us, it affects our daily lives.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to deal with some spiritual things as well while we're there. And that's where Apostle Timothy Craig of Mirror International is going to come in, and he's going to just tear the place apart. I love it. We also have Dr. Brenda Combs.
Oh, Dr. Brenda.
Dr. Brenda. She's going to be our MC for the day.
Okay.
And I brought her in last minute because she herself is a survivor, and she's just going to be able to just kind of keep the whole thing together with you know, uplifting and spiritual and just having a good time. So I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to, you know, those who are going to be involved in it, because it's not just about Billie Branch or Branch International. It's about us as a collective community.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of people blame the victims and make the victims feel, you know, like they're the ones actually causing, you know, or allowing, you know, like when Felicia and I, before we got married, I told her my grandma told me. She's like, a man will go as far as you allow him to.
That's true.
You allow him to raise his voice and don't correct it. Later on, he's going to raise his hand.
Yes.
If you don't correct that, he's going to raise his hand and it's going to connect.
That's right.
So I told Felicia, hey, don't allow me to get out of place.
That's
you know, that's before we got married.
Yes.
When we're dating stuff like that, because I'm like, you know, a man will do that.
Well, you're just a good, kind man.
No, but
like you would never.
No, but I'm saying because I was raised by my grandma in 3 months, you know. So I saw that type of. That's why when I got older, I said I vow never to, you know, put my hands on a female no matter what. I'll walk away, do what I got to do, you know, push her down and walk away. I mean, seriously, it's like, you know, get away from the situation. But again, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, sometimes we do allow that to come into our lives, you know, and we need to stop doing that.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are like, well, she makes so much money and this and that because she's a provider. You know, she works here, this and that. She's making like 30 some bucks an hour. Why don't she just leave? A lot of people don't realize that, you know, the man, even though he's not working, will control that.
Exactly.
So the female is there with like $7 in her pocket or $10 in the bank account. While he's controlling the whole account. That's not good either.
That's not good.
You know, but the thing is, like, well, you know, she works with this. It doesn't matter. As long as that man controls her mind, that's an abuse.
And many times, you know, women don't understand that they're being manipulated and they're being controlled because it comes in the form of, baby, I love you.
Exactly.
You know, I'm sorry. I will never hurt you again. I will never do it again. But we're all human.
I'm stressed.
And exactly. And we have something called emotions. And so, you know, we have things that we can do to help control our emotions. However, there's people that's out there that don't know how. They don't understand how. And so, you know, now we're in a place and we're in a position now to where you have a sister with a black eye walking down the street because, baby, I love you. Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I was just mad. No, it's time out for that.
And from a mental health perspective, if I may, it starts with the cycle of abuse. That's what we're really talking about here, why we keep going back, why we accept the apology. So originally with the cycle of abuse, right? The tension builds, there's stress, and then the victim will usually do what they can to reduce that tension. So if the man, for example, wants to control the finances to keep from getting that black eye, okay, baby, let me let you go ahead and do that, even though it's unsettled in us. And then regardless of what we do, if that person is abusive, they're going to abuse you again. So then you have the abusive incident again into the cycle of abuse, right? And so that abusive incident occurs. We feel some emotion about that. To your point earlier, earlier, Billie, that you were speaking of. We walking around with this hurt, with this resentment, right? And then we accept the apology, the honeymoon phase. That's again in the cycle. Baby, I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. And then they're like flooding us with this affection and gifts, what have you.
Temporarily.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have the
Temporarily.
calming stage where the abuse might stop for a little while. While it might get a little better, it's really not, because it is a cycle. It's just like a storm. It's going to strengthen.
Yeah.
Every time it goes around, it's going to strengthen. And so what we don't understand about that cycle is it intensifies the abuse in frequency and severity over time. So then we end up going back because of 4 things usually. It's fear, it's rationalization, excuse me, so we're making excuses, right? It's not that bad. He paid the bills, it's okay. And then there's the financial limitation. So even if we are making good money, if we've allowed him to already control all the money, we don't got no money anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people have to leave, and I've been in a similar situation where I've had 7 young children, and I'm like, Lord, what am I gonna do?
Come on now.
And so then there's the cultural stigma. Either divorce is not accepted, or it's, if she get out of line, pop her, man. But hey, we did what we knew back in the day. So some people, their ancestors or their older people in their family have told them that's acceptable
I
behavior.
totally agree with
So
that.
it's a huge cycle. And so what we really need to do, and what I think I figured out how to do, is break the cycle.
That's right.
Because I have 5 daughters and none of them experience what I've experienced. So if that's all that I could get out of life and then just die a happy person, is that my daughters didn't have to experience what I did.
Oh no,
There you go.
you're gonna come and you're gonna teach this to the
So-
people that come, so it's gonna be more people
Yes.
Why don't we
to
ask-
experience
We
this.
got a question over here by Felicia.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So you both have talked about being survivors, so are you able to share a little bit of each of your stories, how you finally made the decision or were able to get out, who helped you with that, if anybody, and how you got to where you are today?
Of course
To be
I can,
advocates.
and that's one of the things that I definitely wanted to share as well. So myself, I was with a gentleman for about 7 years and had been experiencing, just you name it, just the beatings, anytime he was mad about something, anytime he was uncomfortable with something, anytime I quote unquote made him mad. And so one of the things I decided to do is to, like she said, change and break the cycle. My daughter was witnessing
Okay.
what I was going through. And though he never laid a hand on my daughter, he had created an emotional attachment to my daughter. So anytime I would throw him out of the house, my daughter would be upset, Mom, I want Daddy back. Mom, I want Daddy back. And so anytime he would, come around or call, well, you can't keep me from her. You can't keep, I love her. And so I would, take that and I would, allow him to come back in. But it was one day, it was 2 incidents. The day that I knew that I was going to change my situation and get away from this man, he used to play football. So one day he would tackle me. When I would try to leave the house, he would tackle me and pin my arms. And one day, I was trying to leave and he attacked me from behind and he tackled me. But this time, when we both fell, I fell forward, he fell on top of me, and I hit my head on the coffee table.
Oh.
And when I woke up, hours later, my daughter was sitting next to me on the floor crying.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I could have died.
Exactly. And that was a form of abuse too, because he had
Yes.
control over her,
Exactly.
and you're being blamed by him, and
Right.
also by her.
And so I knew then that I was going to make the change. I knew then. It's been a couple of times that I did let him come back, but my final decision was a lady that he had been dating. He had been gone for a while, but a lady that he had been dating came to my home and she put a note on my car for me to call her.
Oh.
And so I did call her, and she advised me that he was actually plotting to murder me.
Oh Lord.
And he was, plotting to kidnap my daughter. She was supposed to be a part of it. She said, I can't do it. She said, I just needed to let you know that, how he's going to do it and things like that. And she was spot on because she knew what my house looked like. She knew everything. So the way that he was planning and plotting to do it, I said, now I've got to go.
That's a blessing. 'Cause I mean, people get that,
Yes.
chance or that, information type stuff.
That was an angel from the Lord, I
There
promise
you go.
That was an angel. And so I knew then that I was just going to pack my things and move, and I did. I moved, to Litchfield Park at the time. I was in Phoenix. I moved to Litchfield Park. I didn't even tell my family where I was at.
Mhm.
I was gone. I said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so my daughter and I moved to Litchfield Park, and we were out there for a couple of years. That's where, you met us at church,
Oh, yeah. Back in the day.
Yes, sir. And so I knew then I really had to kind of change my mind. And then after that, I had decided, I told my daughter, I said, you know what, I'm just not going to date. I'm not going to be with anybody. I'll wait until you're 18 and older, and then I'll start dating again. And silly me, she's 22 now. I'm still single, so.
She's not branching out.
I have an amazing child.
She's not branching out.
But it also traumatized her.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
It also traumatized her, and she's such a sweet girl. I love you so much, Pumpkin. She's such a sweet girl. She really didn't express how it traumatized her until later, as she got a little bit older. And I'm so glad that she was able to do that, because now she and I can deal with that and deal with the situation at hand as of, why.
Right.
Why I allowed him to come back, but it was all me.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with him. It had to do with me. So I had to break my cycle of what I was dealing with. And thank God for Dr. Beverly Craig.
Oh, yeah. I'm Craig.
Yes, I Am Ministries. I love you, Mom. She is one of the ones who allowed me to be able to vent to her with my angry self. I was so angry. I was so hurt.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Don't tell my business.
I'm sorry. Was the mic on? My bad. I'm just a DJ.
But she took me under her wing, and she mentored me, and she got me through all of that hurt, that pain. But this was a spiritual thing that she did in me. And so I'm just so grateful that I was able to, go under her tutelage, and I was able to go under, her leadership and her mentoring as my spiritual mom. And even to this day, if I have an issue, I know that I can call her directly. That's what it's about. Knowing somebody and having somebody that you can definitely call on, that you can rely on, that's going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And so I just want to piggyback on what you said about children being affected, because earlier I said, my daughters didn't have to go through what I went through. But as I listened to you speak, Billie, I understood, or I remembered rather, that yes, they do go through what you go through because they're watching this.
Absolutely.
And I read an article recently that said 58% of children that have been affected indirectly or directly by domestic violence or at risk
Yes.
of being re-victimized and having that cycle, right, continue. So for me, to your question, Felicia, what allowed me to know it was time to get away, basically, right? I knew from the beginning. It ain't normal for somebody to punch you in your eye just because you got an opinion. Come on now. Why would we accept that? But again, the fear, the financial limitations, all of those things, are they excuses? I don't know. But it really turns into a mind game. So for me, I relied on the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I'm not a holy roller, but I know the word works.
I am. Hallelujah.
So, I mean, the battle is in the mind, right?
Yes.
And then I always thought about this scripture: above all things, I want for you to prosper and be in good health, even as your
Yes.
soul prospers.
Yes.
And when I could no longer look myself in the mirror anymore and feel that I was prospering, feel that I was okay, it was just time. I was like dead in the inside.
Yeah.
So after the cycle continues so much, it'll happen. So in fact, even the abuser will have less sincerity
Yes.
to their apologies.
Yes.
The victim will start to feel numb. And so at that point, I'm sorry it got to that point where I had to feel numb, but like quite honestly, just keeping it 100, that's where I got to, where I was numb, where I couldn't be no help to myself,
Yeah.
my kids,
Yeah.
and nobody else. And I had to make the decision, and it did start with self-love
Yes.
and not dating for a while.
Yes.
Christian Mingle was the worst when I did start.
We ain't gonna go there.
Stay offline. Stay offline.
I was
Go
like,
to
oh,
Farmer's.com.
no, but it's not good for man to be alone, right?
right?
Yeah.
So then when I started going through my divorce and I was lonely. I wanted to go to the movies. I wanted to have a date. So I was like, what do? I don't want to be at the church trying to meet nobody. That was just me, right? But I'm like, okay, no Christian mingle.
No Christian mingle.
But yeah, self-love for sure. And I just had to get to my bottom before I could realize that wasn't it. That's not what God has for us.
That's the key. Yes.
That's cool. I mean, like I said, I've seen so much in my life, like my grandmother and like aunts and stuff like that, and just people in general, and you're like, you gotta, like I said, break the chain.
Mm-hmm.
You have to break that chain,
Yes.
because if not, you're gonna be chained up
That's
to
right.
that for the rest of your life.
I agree.
I
agree.
believe me, I know the Craigs. I mean, I was the Craigs for a while, the DJ,
Yes.
many years,
Yeah.
which was a blessing, but I'm just like, we have to teach our young ladies
Yes.
Yes.
that it's not okay.
Yes.
It's not okay
Let's
at
just get
all.
to the point.
Even our young men, it's not okay.
Very true.
It's not okay for you to be abused, but it's not okay for you to abuse
Very
women
true.
as well.
Exactly.
And it starts at a very young age.
Mhm.
And so I know for me, I did watch my mother go through a lot of verbal abuse with my dad. And so I know that for me and my siblings, especially the sisters,
Yeah.
we have this big thing that we're just not going to deal with mama dealt with,
Mhm.
And so, but I found myself actually being in a position where I was actually being not only just mentally, and verbally abused, but I was also being physically abused.
Yeah.
And so I looked at my daughter, not my daughter. It can't be her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a real quick break and come back to this because you also got some shout-outs about a job fair coming up and stuff like that.
Yes.
So we want to get into all that.
Nice.
But I gotta make sure Sosa get a little mixing time in here. Like I said, share the love. You ready, man? All right, it's a soul show. Sport is greater. My radio Phoenix, my radio Chicago. We got Honey Reed in the building. We got Billie Branch International. Come on, Sosa, let's do it.
You're so awesome and amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You are. So job fairs and thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Felicia, for your question.
Yeah. I was like, you got some more. Yes,
I love it.
ma'am. So I focus on this information a lot because I work with a group of 2-year-olds. It's about 20 of them. And I
So
work
will you bring us
And so I've got some more thoughts of just kind of like praying through it and to figure out what needs to be shared and what needs to be said. But my thought was to read this poem. I don't mind the first page of my book, and this really tells what my story was. So basically it's a poem about all the time you waste, wishing that he's going to change, and that he never changes. And then at the end of the poem, it kind of just reveals, okay, she was me, and if you have any questions about it, you should stay right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring it to the family. Yeah. Thank you.
So I did work with some, but I don't know if they'll be here in time. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
But you have your business phone. Okay.
My third business.
Yes. So I need to bring one for each bag.
Can we just take the time just to appreciate the song?
This is Beyonce version. Hey. All right
I
now.
appreciate the song.
Let's watch some Beyonce.
Just a moment of silence for Queen Bee.
Paul.
He's getting better.
Yeah.
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 He was on them opioids for a while, so that's what tough up. He's doing a lot better now.
Yeah. That's where you show your love. Not to the grandbaby.
He apologized and everything. He's good at that. I was on the way, he's 34 years old. Not maybe.
Did you go to treatment?
Huh?
Did you go to treatment?
He started to.
Good.
So I want to do some real, change. We'll do that kind of.
Yeah.
All you do is pray for him.
God's got it. Yeah, that's all you need. God's got it.
Amen.
I ain't babysitting no man.
I know. Aww. Never. We love him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tell him, I love you all the time. You
She revamped like Black Barbecue, like for real. She did.
Is this Beyonce or Sasha Fierce?
This is all Queen Bee right here.
Yeah, this is Queen Bee.
No, she wore a clothes on this one, so it's Beyonce.
I cannot. I cannot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yes.
I did the damn thing. Dirty Diana. Step on them, step on them, step on them, step on them, kick on them, step slide to right, slide to left, slide to left,
Most of them don't show the BPM. Like most of them don't show the BPM.
Well, you understand it, that's why. You don't show it until you load it. Also, I love this song. Being up this choir all the time. I'm sorry, I get burned out of choir sometimes. You hear that little knot, I mean.
You have scissors? Need some scissors.
She's not messing up.
You know what? Look, cut that out. Delete that TV.
That's her catering thing, that's what it is.
Okay.
You can't delete it live, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm good. Sheila came prepared. I came ready to talk. I've been trying to drink as much water as I can.
It's like good too. It's like 2 minutes behind.
You know, that's what I'm saying. There's such a time. Overall, it helps get stuff out your body. It's a struggle for you, though. But we gotta be healthy. We gotta like, especially somebody like me. We gotta take care of ourselves.
Like 45 minutes.
A lot to do. You just come on board, sis. I gotta prioritize better.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I felt that. Yeah, I felt that. That resonated.
Yeah, that's why I mean.
I do a lot of, like, I'm starting to do more gospel step mixes and stuff like this. Because there's a lot of people that like stepping, but they're church, gospel, so I kind of cater to that.
Right, that's a good idea.
I used to step with praise, make gospel step or praise and stuff.
I need to go to a class. I can do it a little bit, but not as good as I would like to.
Like, stepping songs, stepping music is big everywhere.
Yes.
But again, people get frustrated because there's no gospel step. So I go and find all the gospel stuff I can find.
Right.
Yeah, you can step to this, back and forth, like something they love, that's gospel style. Nothing wrong with dancing. What's the big deal with that? What's the big deal with that?
I didn't say. It's not all mixed.
Oh, the mix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's my mix on my mix. Okay.
I know
bad.
what you're talking about. He does a lot in the community too, though. Yeah, he does.
Walk step by step, but I'm on a different pace. You won't see me on the ground, cause I'm walking on the waves. I don't ever look down, down, down. I'm just focused on the face. I don't gotta know it all. That's a different type of faith. Hold up, I know you gon' show up every time. When I'm good, when I'm bad, when I'm low, when I'm high, yeah. When I'm lost, look to the sky, he my guy, yeah.
I love it.
All right, y'all. Big shout out to DJ Sosa, man, putting that gospel down on 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I was telling them during the break, Billie and Honey, I'm like, the thing is, people think gospel's only choirs and stuff like that. But, there's a lot of, grown 30, 40, 50, gospel folks that still want to do step, and, dance and stuff like that.
Yes.
Because you saved him, you mean you can't do that. Even
That's
David
right.
danced out his clothes, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying. So, I try to do a lot of gospel step music. That was one of my mixes right there I was playing that Sosa was getting through, and some of the music, and I'm like, we got to realize, it's because we saved, we ain't dead, right?
That's right.
Okay. I'm just trying to say that, man. Saved, but you ain't dead.
That's right.
Well, I know, Billie, you want to talk about a job fair that's coming up soon?
I do. So Branch International has partnered also. They will be at the Stop the Violence Domestic Violence Awareness Community Outreach and Luncheon, and it is REMAX Staffing Agency, and that will be with Brother Corey Jocelyn. Corey Jocelyn. So I was actually notified that there are 400 jobs available here in the city, here in Phoenix, and they need to be filled.
I know it's with Corey_Jocelyn at rmx.com or something like that?
I believe so. REMAX.
REMAX, okay.
Uh-huh.
I know that because I know the places around like Camelback area where
Yes.
the actual center's at.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Corey. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, coming through.
Yes.
And letting people know about that.
Yes, he did come, and he did come to me as a vendor, but I thought it was very necessary and very important to, include that into this actual outreach here. And one of the things I wanted to also let you guys know is where we're going to be at.
Okay.
We're going to be at Gateway Community College. That is 108 North 40th Street. Okay, so that's about 40th Street in Washington.
So basically, if you don't have a car, you can always do the
light rail.
The light rail,
The
right?
light rail or the bus.
Yeah.
And so we'll be there, and it will be from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. We will be having a luncheon. Luncheon, we will have food catered in from Chick-fil-A, from G Mama's Soul Food Restaurant.
G Mama's.
G Mama's and Baker's Barbecue. So it is important to sign up. It is important to register. It's not necessary to eat if you don't want to, but we're going to have some phenomenal speakers here. We're going to have an amazing job fair, And the luncheon itself is a fundraiser because we do have expenses now, but the luncheon is $20.
Okay.
But if you want to come, bring your resume, come ready and prepared to come and get a job as well. Come and be ready to fellowship and hear these phenomenal survivor stories and to come get a word from the Lord.
Okay.
Right.
That's cool. I mean, G Mama's soul food is good.
Yes.
We gotta bring G Mama on one time. I mean,
Carissa Jones.
oh yeah, we gotta bring her on, G Mama.
G Mama.
Come on, bring some samples with you.
Yes.
I'm just saying because I have my caterer here who catered our wedding.
Yes.
So I want to know there's actually other good food. That's another thing I was talking to my wife the other day about, and I was like, why is it that that we can go anywhere in Phoenix or whatever, and there's like malls and there's all these like Spanish food places, there's all these like Chick-fil-A places, all like that. But I'm like, why is it in South Phoenix that we don't have our kind of places?
Oh, we're working on
The
it.
soul food, but no, because I mean, last Sunday we were coming to the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I would love to get some greens and cornbread or something like that.
Okay.
I'm like, but I don't want to go to Lolo's, so that's take an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, South Phoenix. How long has South Phoenix been South Phoenix?
But big shout out to Lolo's as it is. Oh my God.
I know, but
when you do get that waffle.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Just like I'm glad Harold's Chicken is here. No, I'm glad Harold's Chicken is here too because I love pizza puffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't gonna be in line for 3 hours for no pizza puffs.
I understand. I
Okay,
understand.
I'm just saying. South Phoenix. How long has South Phoenix been South Phoenix?
For a very long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got
But
okay.
we gotta support each other. We have to actually support each
But that's
other.
what I mean. Is like I see on Facebook a lot, where there's people posting, you want dinners. I'm sorry, on Sunday and this and that. Why can't we just get together and just
Yes.
do a strip mall?
And you know what? I know plenty of awesome cooks and chefs here in the city.
Exactly.
And Branch International, maybe that's something that's coming next because I do know some of you awesome women. Shout out to Tynesha Fields, who is phenomenal with the desserts. Nicosha Jones, this lady here can make a plate like, I'm telling you, it'll make you pull your whole wig off, I promise. It's just that
But see, that's what I mean.
good. So
That's
shout out to Nicosha. I mean,
I don't know Kosha.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Why, as long as South Phoenix has been South Phoenix, since I didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
We always had, the egg rolls, right by South Mountain High School, the $1.78 or $1.39 egg
Oh my
rolls.
gosh.
The big ones we get all the
You
time.
went old school.
I'm just saying. Before they were with the Jaguars,
Yes.
when they were actually the Rebels back in the day, remember those days?
Mhm.
Okay, you go get that egg roll, just one to fill you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The thing is, we should have. Big shout out to Rhonda Sola, Rhonda Williams. She's an amazing cook.
Uh-oh.
They sell plates and stuff like that.
Where you at, Rhonda?
I'm just saying.
Request me on Facebook, please.
Oh man, I'm telling you, they burn.
Yes.
But I'm saying is, why can't the community pitch in and get places?
Well, that's one of the things that Branch International does. We collaborate with different businesses and organizations in the city, and so I'm a huge connector. I do believe in connecting the dots and bringing everything together. Like bringing Sheila here. What she does is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I may not be able to do it, but she does.
Exactly.
And so why not give her a platform to be able to highlight what she does?
Mhm.
And so that's what I love to do. I love collaboration if I don't love nothing else. Another thing that I'm a part of the Black Philanthropy Initiative with the Arizona Community Foundation.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I was passionate about that because I'm passionate about education. Speaking of which, I'm graduating next Thursday from Grand Canyon University.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
With my bachelor's in entrepreneurial studies.
Yes.
But I also joined the BPI because I can create a scholarship opportunity for somebody else in the community.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a $500 scholarship in Branch International's name to be able to allow another child of color to be able to go to college, just like I was awarded the same thing. And so that's the blessing behind what God has called me to do for Branch International.
Yes.
Okay. Also, want to give a few shots because we got Takia Govan say, hey, honey.
Hey.
We got Isabel Quesada. How you doing, Isabel? Appreciate you. We got Rosin Scales watching us too.
Yeah.
Want to give y'all thank you for keeping us going because it's your support that keeps us the social going. And for allowing us to bring the best of Arizona onto the platform.
Amen. Amen.
Because
Thank you.
like I said, it's Sunday. Y'all could have been somewhere. You could have been in Lolo's, like you said. Thank you, Jesus.
I just might go.
I'm just saying.
And for Takia, shout out to Raw Room.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, barbershop.
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
What's it called?
The Royal Room.
Oh, Royal Room Barbershop?
Mhm.
Okay, big shout out to Royal Room Barbershop. Maybe we can bring you guys on the air. You guys want to do an interview? Come on down. We can talk about Royal Room.
Yes. And Cynthia, Too Cute Shoes Moten.
Oh, man. That's family right there.
That's family. She's one of my biggest supporters. Everything I do, she is behind the scenes but hands on.
She's also in the legal field, too.
Yes, she is, and she's awesome.
Yeah.
And so she allowed me to be able to put my flyers there. Also, Cuddy's barbershop.
You need to Cuddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing the open doors that people have allowed for me to be able to come in and market and advertise this event because they're so passionate about it.
Exactly.
And so again, please come. It is going to be at Gateway Community College. Bring your resume. If you need a job, please come. If you are hurting, if you are going through domestic violence, you don't have to suffer alone. We are here to help you. We are here to love on you. We are here to motivate and inspire you and help you get out of it.
Yes.
And when is that again?
When?
Yeah.
It's October the 19th. That is this coming Saturday.
Okay.
And it is from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m.
How can people register?
They can register online. I have an Eventbrite on my Facebook page. You can go to my Branch International page. It's there. You can also go to my page, Billie Branch is there as well. But we have an Eventbrite. You know what? Even if you're not comfortable with Eventbrite, inbox me. I'm here. I love to talk to people. You can reach me again, Branch Nation. My website is branchnation.org. So you can go there. You can register. You can register on Facebook. You can register by inboxing me. You can email me at branch.nation100@gmail.com.
Okay.
Okay.
And Miss Sheila?
You know what? I just want to thank Branch International and Miss Billie for allowing me to be in her presence and including me in this great event. And I think that she's so awesome and that she's going to do great things. And we're going to see so much more from her. As a leader in the community. I'm just so impressed by her.
So how can they contact you about your service?
So I have so many needles in the pot, fires in the pot, whatever you want to call it. But Honey Reed is my Facebook page. I do catering. I'm really trying to focus on my therapeutic practice right now, so I am a therapist.
Yes.
So if you want to reach out to me for motivation, for that sisterhood, Honey Reed, my page is public. If somebody's looking for me, then I don't want to find me. I know what to do with them. So, just hit me up and we'll chat. If anybody needs help dealing with anxiety, depression, domestic abuse, a family member struggling, addiction, all of those things are in my wheelhouse. Just hit me up.
So, okay, I know that the event is on the 19th. That's coming up, but what's something that you can, tell the people, who really can't make it to kind of know the signs and try to seek the help. I mean, because a lot of people honestly aren't going to make it to the event because, they may still be going through abuse right now and things like that.
Right.
So what's something you can tell these young ladies and, older females, what you can do to try to know the signs and seek for help without the person knowing. The other person knowing it's abusing you. Because a lot of people, they're tied down, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Well, definitely just understand that you are worth more than your situation and the trauma that you're experiencing. Understand that God loves you. This is not God's will and purpose and plan for your life.
Yes.
Understand that we are here as a community to help you, to love on you, to encourage you. You are also welcome to the Branch International website. We'll be having lots and lots of information on our website for you to be able to learn and understand the signs and what to look for abuse. Sheila just gave me some information here. And so one of the things that, lots of things, but these are some of the things, is depression, including suicidal thoughts. That's very important.
yeah.
Denial that the abuse is occurring, resentment and anger and aggression, substance abuse. Substance abuse, one of the main triggers of domestic violence. And that includes alcohol abuse, drug abuse, fear of an abusive partner, anxiety, shame, and blaming others, but also self-blame, uncertainty about how to escape the abuse. That's one of the things that I definitely want to highlight at the event is how to get out. And then also social withdrawal. So
That's a big thing, right?
yeah.
Very big. We're embarrassed.
Yeah. And so, Sheila's going to bring lots and lots of this information here. I want to be able to go around to different churches here in the city to be able to allow them to have the same information. So I'm going to definitely partner with Sheila on that so that we can travel and take this information where it's necessary. Because, many times, in the church, people are even afraid in the church to even expose that they're going through, domestic violence. I wasn't one of them people. I told it. And so, but I just think that it's necessary and it's very important. But again, I'm going to make sure that, we can get some of this stuff around within the community. Also, the city of Phoenix is looking for other organizations and people like Sheila to partner and to vet because they need help. The city of Phoenix itself, imagine that, they need help with their victims. The Family Advocacy Center, again, we had a meeting with them, and it's just a phenomenal place, and that's one of the things that I'm going to highlight as well as Beyond the Hurt with Miss Diva Mumphrey.
Okay. And what's like a word of encouragement you give that? I know we're a lot talking about the spiritual side, but what about those that are non-believers? To me, it's like is just know your worth. So what's another word of encouragement you can give to the people out here? Like I said, to really seek the help.
Well, just understand that nobody deserves to be abused by anybody.
There you go.
Nobody deserves it. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it. You're worth more than that.
Okay.
Understand that you are important. Your life is important as an individual. Whether you are a mom, a dad, a child, a college student, nobody deserves it, and you should immediately report it the first time it happens.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Because it's not okay.
Oh, definitely not okay.
It's not okay, and it's time to stop the violence. Also, us as parents teach and train our children that it's not okay. Teach them from kindergarten. It's not okay to hit.
Yep.
It's not okay to cuss. It's not okay to yell at one another and disrespect one another.
Okay.
Teach and train a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, it will not depart from them.
There you go. See, I'm glad y'all came out. And also, we gotta give Amani a shout out again.
Of course.
She has her business, and what is that again? She does and
She is the CEO and the president. I know, baby. She's getting on me. She actually has done a fundraiser this month. She has created a purple lip gloss.
Oh.
Okay, for domestic violence and for this event here. And so it is a purple lip gloss. It's on her website at twofierceforyou.com.
Okay.
So please, I encourage everybody to please order that. Christmas is coming. Just order up everything that she's got on her website. But she has some of the best prices for her lip gloss and her eyelashes. I'm really proud and blessed to be the mother of this young CEO and young mogul here.
Hey.
So, but it's something that she wanted to do. She has school that day, so she can't be there. So she said, Mom, I want to contribute. I want to do something for the event, and so she actually put together a purple lip gloss for those, for people to order, and it is a part of the fundraiser. So it's $10, free shipping. Okay, so if you order Too Fierce for You, that the number 2, the word fierce, the number 4, and the letter U.com. She stayed on her mama.
So that could be given away at the actual.
We'll have them at the event.
Okay, so we'll say maybe the person who wins, maybe Amani and the winner can come on the show sometime.
I agree.
After just I mean, maybe you can see a presentation or you actually doing it here live in the studio.
I agree, because she is a freelance makeup artist.
I'm just saying.
And she will be graduating as an esthetician. So I tell her all the time, Mama wants to push you forth. And I want her to be a phenomenal leader as well. She's the vice president of Branch International, might I add.
Okay.
So she wears many hats, and she's very successful. She's a very good girl. So I would love to be able to have her to come back and do that. Okay, Pumpkin.
Yes.
Hey, you're live on camera, so you can't back out of it now. You didn't know you were being on camera earlier.
Okay.
But whenever he DJ, you were on camera.
Yeah.
My bad. Fierce for you.
Too fierce for you. I love it.
Okay, so like I said, any other people you want to shout out, say thank you to, whatever, before we end the show today? I mean, honestly, we started the show late, so that's why I'm not worried about 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
You know, so if y'all still want to talk a little bit, it's up to you.
No, it's okay. I just definitely want to always give a shout out to my spiritual parents, Doctors Alfred and Beverly Craig. I want to give a shout out to my Apostle Timothy Craig, definitely, of Mirror International, and just the leadership, the spiritual leadership that they have guided me through this process. And so Branch International came about because my parents were business owners. They had a business on 16th Avenue in Buckeye.
Oh.
It was called BNW, and it stood for Barbara and Willie.
Yeah, okay.
And so that's where I grew up. And I actually had named a diabetes organization that I have under Branch International, the BNW Foundation. And that what that does is that it educates people about how to take care of their feet,
Yeah.
diabetics. To
And
take care of their feet.
neuropathy ain't no joke.
It's not, no.
Man.
Mm-mm. So, you know, there's just, like I said, it's just lots of things that we're doing with that. You know, just lots of wonderful things to come. Again, thank you to Dr. Brenda Combs for agreeing to, you know, come about to MC the event last minute. I really appreciate her really like moving her schedule to be able to do so.
Okay.
And I, of course, want to thank you guys. You and the Queen Felicia here.
Yes,
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Natural.
Yes, and Miss Sheila here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
She was also honey, y'all, in case y'all be confused.
Yes.
See, I never call her Sheila. It's always honey.
I just want to say, any woman that's hurting, that's struggling emotionally, or achieving goals, love yourself enough to make your heart happy, and it'll all fall in line.
Yes.
There you go. Well, I want to give a shout out to my peoples. Sosa here, DJ Sosa. You know, for always holding us down. I mean,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
doing it big ever since I met him. Like I said, the most humble person, younger you can ever meet. I thank God for that. My wife Felicia
Yes.
up here. Tyrone, big baby Red. Hope you're feeling better next week, man.
Big
We need you in here. To all the Support District Radio Network staff, my Radio Phoenix, my Radio Chicago. Appreciate you guys. This is DJ Private. It's a soul show. Till next Sunday, y'all. Well, actually, next Sunday we're doing the Lowrider for Autism event, so we won't actually be in studio next Sunday. We'll probably be doing a rebroadcast, but if you want, it's going to be at 39th Avenue and Peoria at Bullshooters.
Okay.
We're going to have the, like I said, it's Lowrider for Autism. We're going to have a couple of artists out there, an autistic artist named Jam Amy, Esselina Barnett, that's his mom, and we're going to have some other, we're going to have Candice Chavez, a singer. She's going to be there, and she's going to be opening those ceremonies and stuff like that, and myself and DJ Reminiscer DJing. Hopefully Sosa is awake by then and you can come on down and spend a little with us.
Yeah.
But we appreciate everybody. We're going to take you out with some more gospel music. Here we go. It's the Sunday Soul Show.
Love it.
We love y'all.
Thank you.
Is this turned on?
It's a Soul Temple. Trust in God.